Everybody, thank you for joining us. We are starting the Small Business Commission meeting for the City of Daly City at 7:02. Do I have to read any of this right here, or no?
Which part?
The first part, the public participation?
You can probably just speaking at the number 2.
Okay. Just to note, before we start, to speak at the meeting in person, please complete a speaker card located at the entrance to the council chambers and submit to a staff member as early as possible in the meeting. Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Councilman Rod, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure, I guess we all stand up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much, Councilman Rod. Okay, let's, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes. Carson?
Here.
Rodwan? Here. Monio?
Here, thank you. And thank you so much. I would like to personally congratulate our newest commissioner, Amro Radwan, and say how much we appreciate you being here so much. I think that because of your addition, we're actually able to meet. So thank you so much, and we will be doing an oath of office now, correct?
So if you need to come down here. That's as well.
Thank you. I'll just put this right here so people don't forget. All right. So raise your right hand and repeat after me. So I state your name,
Amro Radwan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I will take this obligation freely
that I will take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations. Congratulations. So I'm just really, really honored to have Amaro on the Small Business Commission. We meet because both of our kids are part of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Daly City. But I think one thing I was impressed was just your mix of nonprofit, social justice, and using your business as a way to improve our community, especially those that are like underrepresented, misrepresented. And I'm glad that we can have your voice on the Small Business Commission. So thank you so much, man.
Thank you for that, and congratulations again. So glad to have you on board. Next item is approval of minutes. Is it roll call of approval or
I think it can be just a voice vote.
voice vote? All those in favor of approval of the minutes of the meeting on April 14, 2022, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
That was unanimous. And moving on to the next one, announcements and communications. Public comment, speakers are limited to 2 minutes unless modified by the Small Business Commission Chair. The Commission cannot take any action on any matter raised under this item. Is there any public comment?
I have not received any public comments. I don't know if there's any public comments from the audience. I don't see any speaker cards. So, okay.
Okay. No? Okay. Okay, then we'll move on to the discussion items. Number one, presentation from San Francisco SCORE.
Yes, Chato Calderon is here to give us a presentation. She's actually reached out to city staff to talk about their organization, perhaps work with the city of Daly City. So I'm going to hand it over to Chato for her presentation.
Thank you very much. This is more than 2 minutes. It's about 5 minutes, if that's okay.
Oh, you're not public comment.
Oh, I'm not
You are a presentation. You take all the time.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you about one of the best-kept secrets in San Francisco and even the United States. It's the San Francisco SCORE. We are a nonprofit resource partner of the Small Business Administration, and we're one of the 300 chapters in the United States. SCORE was created in 1964, and San Francisco was created in 1965. So we're number 10 out of the 300. Our vision is to have every person have the support to have their business, small business thrive and succeed. And we want to make sure that our business community is vibrant. Our clients are small business owners, but recently we included nonprofits because there are more nonprofits that are coming up. So SCORE promotes entrepreneurial spirit and volunteerism. We are all volunteers, so we are mentors, and we always reach out to clients who are our small businesses and our partners and sponsors. Since 1964, we have helped about 11 million entrepreneurs and small businesses in the United States. And we do maintain we do sign a code of ethics as mentors to make sure that everything we do with our clients are confidential and that we don't compromise ourselves. And we do have a rigorous onboarding process. So and we are the largest network of volunteers. There are about 10,000 in the United States. We are retired and current entrepreneurs, business executives, investors, academicians, government officials, and professionals. So it's a wide range of people, and we're here to volunteer and, just help the community. I'm also an angel investor. I'm many of those. I was in government at one time. I was with the State Department, USAID, and I was also an entrepreneur and a corporate person. So I'd like to give you the statistics of SCORE National. Because of the pandemic, new businesses that we created were 45,000 in 2020. That's still good considering the pandemic. And in 2021, it went down to 25,000. We've created 120,000 jobs in 2020, and in 2021, about 97,000. Our clients are mostly women. I'm sure you have your opinion on that because we're the ones who are entrepreneurial. There are several of us women, sorry, and minorities who are immigrants and color and the veterans. So we are SCORE, and we give free and unlimited mentoring by certified SCORE mentors. We have to go through a certification to make sure that our quality is good. Although we are well known in our industry, but you have to know how to mentor. You can't be nasty. You have to be nice to people, right? Because that's a different skills. We also have low cost and free workshops and webinars that's accessible to everyone. We only help U.S. citizens and green card holders. We don't help foreign people. We all have also facilitated roundtable discussions. We had speed networking in some of the Chamber of Commerce, and we have minority focus groups. This is SCORE San Francisco. So in 2020, since we cover 3 counties, San Francisco, Marin, and San Mateo, although we have clients that are from the East Coast, Midwest, they look at our background, and if our background is something they want, they call us. So we have also access to mentors everywhere. So none of us have the the stock of knowledge, right? So if we don't have the knowledge that we have as individuals, we will call in any of our mentors to co-mentor with us. So it's a good pool of people. So our services, we have given mentoring sessions, and mostly Zoom, but now we're going person to person in workshops. We have workshops that we give almost every month, and so we count those people. Our clients said that they would recommend SCORE to family members, 85, 86%. Those in business clients are still in business at the end of 2020 and 2021, which is good, considering the economy. The clients confirmed SCORE helped them with their business, which is in the 75 range. And we didn't get the number for 2020, but in 2021, in-business clients reported an increase in revenue because of us. So I'm going to give you three success stories just to tell you what kind of people we deal with and what kind of businesses. So Jerry was supposed to be with me, but this is a company that was in the in-home therapy, and he was able to restructure the organization because she was overwhelmed, I guess. And to Jerry, who his background is very corporate and very famous, and I'm trying to do a brag sheet of SCORE, but it's hard because people think because we're free that you get what you pay for, right? So we're trying to change that image so that people like me and others would see the quality of people who volunteer. So he was able to restructure the organization as far as workload and staff and all that. And all our success stories are approved by national, and so it's in our website. So if we have clients that become successful, we tell them we will put you in our website and you'll be known everywhere in the United States, because this is open to the United States. Then we have Pete Schlossberg. He's a very successful entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. He was in the beer business and then chocolate. He helped this gentleman create Chaga company. And as he said, Pete, my mentor, is gold, securing my position in the market, redefining our sales sheet, providing guidance on the core values and driving force of the company, recommending new market strategies, and suggesting unique customer acquisition approaches. The third one is another famous guy. His name is Mike Moitel, and he's also a serial entrepreneur and very well known as a marketing person. So he helped this person do their mushroom. They're into the mushroom business.
It was like real mushrooms.
They are. So she worked with Mike, and as he said, launched in 2020 and have grown to six-figure business. So they're into many distribution companies, Amazon, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a sample of who we are. That's Jerry. He's the one in the left. That's me. Vivian, she used to be a former IRS person in cybersecurity. Mike Mattel, that's the one I mentioned earlier. Linda, her specialty is in marketing also, and that's Pete. Kenneth Lowe, his expertise is technical. And Virginia is also technical, and also in one of her hobbies is photography. So she's into that. We're all diverse because we feel that if you're volunteering, you should have fun. So that's one of my roles as vice chair, is to make sure that we enjoy what we're doing. But because when we enjoy, we also help people enjoy what they're doing. So this is what we suggest as the next steps for collaboration. Define your needs where SCORE can help. Since I asked Tatum, I guess, to give me some background of your Commission. Promote SCORE mentoring and workshops to Daly City businesses. We don't have a relationship with your Chamber of Commerce, but we had a relationship with the council. They were able to help us with our fiesta last year, and so we had many tables there to help the community. And we had a chocolate person who's my client, and then us, and we had art also. So we are flexible. Normally at this time we do Zoom, but we are negotiating with some libraries where they would give us a room, and every week we would have a specific time and room where we can have people come and visit with us in person. We also customize workshops. We have an agreement with the San Francisco City to facilitate a roundtable of their contractors. So we help them, because we can give talks on marketing. We can give talks on contracting. We have, two or three people who are contractors with government and things like that. So any topic that you think you might need for your community, let us know, because I'm sure we will have one person or two who would do that. And that's where we go to be a speaker in the discussions on business issues. And that's the end.
Thank you so much, Ms. Calderon, for your presentation. That was wonderful. Are there any comments or questions from my fellow commissioners?
No, I think it's really good and I have what I need. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a fellow businesses that might need your help. So the best way to reach out is just go to the website.
I can give you my card. I can leave you my card in your, and then and then what you do is also look at our website, find a mentor. You will see all our photos, and underneath our photos would be our specialty.
Got it.
Yeah, so I'm also, government people come to me as well because I have the government experience, government and business. I'm also an angel investor, so I can help them do their pitch. I enjoy doing startups because I like startups. And, some people enjoy the ongoing business. I do have a business model canvas. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a one-page thing where we help a person think through what their business proposition, who's your customer, who are your partners, what resources are you thinking of, what's your channel distribution, what's your costs and revenue streams. These are things that we can help them, templates, and we give them homework. And this is how I screen people who are really interested, because when we talk, okay, your homework in 2 weeks is this. So if they don't come back, that means they're not serious, right? But if they are serious, a lot of our clients are serious, and they're very grateful that we can focus them and give them homework, even at this age, they have homework to make sure they're very disciplined, because a lot of our business people have many problems and they're all over the place. So that's one of the things I do personally is startups.
Thank you. Commissioner Rodman?
Yeah, thank you for the presentation, and yeah, shout out to the business model canvas. That's
Yeah.
something what I used
Yeah.
for my own business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was following that model. I think the only question I had was just sort of what kind of outreach are you doing outside of San Francisco? And I'm grateful that you're here in Daly City.
Yeah. This is my mandate because I'm vice chair of community outreach. We're still the best kept secret, and I keep, it's just a shame. And I was talking about a brag sheet, just to brag that we have good people. Because as I said, they think it's free, so you get what you pay for, right? So and it's something that you could help us. I guess the question is, how can you help us send the word out? Could it be your website? Should we give you a link to our website? We have newsletter every 2 months that we could send out, our success stories and things like that. If you can help us in that, We would be happy, very happy. And if you have people that you know who would like to be mentored, you can call me. I'll give you my card. I even have my phone number. So because I personally would like to help. It's so important to keep the small businesses alive and thriving. This country has to have the middle class, and that's my motivation. That's all of us have our different motivation. We want to help people succeed. So how can you help us, I guess, my question. Can I throw that question back to you?
Well, I was going to say, sort of using this platform to, of course, raise awareness of your organization. But I was also sort of curious around, like, how is your organization funded, since you are a nonprofit?
Okay.
And is that something that, we can also raise awareness?
Okay. Yes, that's why I said partners and sponsors. A small SBA gives us a very minimal contribution, yeah, as San Francisco, very minimal. So our funding comes from our workshops. And then, so we're now reaching out to people for sponsors, like San Francisco, when we do our, what do you call this, our round table, they pay us for it. Very minimal, but still, that's another source of revenue. And then some of us donate at the end of the year and they match it. I mean, it's all coming from us as well. But it would be nice to have, we had the Rotary Club of San Francisco donate 5,000, things like that. So any donation, any help that you could, and if you want us to put together a workshop, we would love to do that at a minimal cost. Just tell us the topic. Can I ask you the question, what topics do you think your small businesses would like to hear?
That's a great question, and I think could possibly be part of a needs assessment that we would possibly conduct. Because I know what my network, and maybe you know yours, and so on. But as an entire business community for Daly City, I don't think we have that captured.
Because we've talked to the San Mateo Chamber of Commerce, and they did their needs assessment, and San Francisco Chamber of Commerce. The first thing they ask for is marketing. How do you market? And then some say, how do you navigate your relationship with government for contracts? It depends on, I guess, the membership of the Chamber of Commerce that you have, So if you could help us, maybe tell us what you need, and we can organize a workshop with you, would that be helpful?
As far as marketing, is the website the only marketing that you have, or just promoting and stuff like that? Do you guys have Instagram, Facebook?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Instagram is really, it's the fastest way to kind of market right now. Excuse me. That's from experience. Having every time I market on Instagram on my platform, I get lots of, because I think right now everyone's always on their phone. So yeah, if I can have that also, I think as far as marketing, Instagram is one of the fastest, if you kind of want the words out there really fast.
Yeah.
That's one thing, because business owners are always kind of the tag, and when they tag you right away, people see it, and then that's from experiences what I'm seeing.
I think, since I'm minority as well, I was trying to reach out to Filipinos, to minorities. One of the things we're seeing is that if they don't speak English, they would like to be comfortable with the person they're talking to. So Virginia and Kang, they are Chinese, so they're concentrating in Chinatown. But we have multilingual in our group. But they are kind of hesitant to ask for help. I don't know why. Maybe they're intimidated by us. Do you have an idea?
I think it's just,
Or maybe they don't know what we offer.
yes, or some people are just not comfortable asking. Me personally, I don't like talking, I don't like asking. I like to work. So some people just, like, I'm not a people person, but my work speak for itself. So I don't like asking, that's kind of my thing that I'm working on right now as a business owner, but people trust me with my work. They know, like, okay, she doesn't talk a lot, but if we hire Maria, she gets the job done. So some people are just intimidated of asking.
Yeah.
Public speaking, like me, this is my first time and I'm nervous, but it has to get done, right? So I think that's kind of what it is like being comfortable. You know, yeah.
Yeah, so like me, I'm a face. Are you comfortable? Would you be comfortable coming to me as a client to ask questions, So we are trained to be friendly, to be patient, to be inquisitive and directing people. For instance, if you come to me and say, okay, I have this idea, I always tell them there are three things that your business can go to, the three Ps. One, P is to proceed. The other P is to pause because the idea is not good. And the other P is to pivot. That means you have to change. So I'm putting them in a framework that, okay, your idea is good now, but it could, pivot to some, depending on your market. So those are the things that we want to make sure they are open to, not to be intimidated, but we're here to help.
That's great news. I actually have several questions, Ms. Calderon. Do you provide free workshops on SBA loans since SBA is one of your funders?
No, SBA, SCORE National, we have free webinars. It's
Okay.
free. And you just go to our library. Our workshops, we charge very minimal because that's our source of income, and that's how we pay one staff. The rest of us are volunteers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So besides that, do you help companies find funding?
No, we're not, that would be SBA.
That would also be
Yeah.
SBA. Okay.
We would tell them what resources SBA would have because we're connected with SBA. These are the programs as SBA for funding. We could talk about that, but
Okay.
not to help them. We can help them in their business plan as they put together something,
Got it. Okay. Okay. Do you work with Renaissance?
Renaissance is also part of SBA,
Yeah.
but they charge, we're free.
Yeah. They're housed at our new Economic Advancement Center in South City, which is meant for the entire business community for North County. And there could be a possible collaboration there since they already have space, but I don't know if you already work with them or don't.
Yeah,
or-
we are part of the system of SBA.
Got it. Okay.
Our
Okay.
office is the SBA office in San Francisco. They gave us our office there.
Okay. Okay. I think that commissioners and Economic Development Agency possibly have a little bit more work to define what exactly our community's business needs are before we answer that question for you. But
Okay.
I get what you're asking. It's pretty much help us help you, right? So,
Yeah, and help you.
Right.
Because we need to help the small businesses, so it's a lonely road, as you know, to be
Yes.
an entrepreneur, especially at this time. And if they have people like us who would, help them, hold their hands, help them to see, what are the options. I think it just gives hope to people who are, challenged by this economy.
yes, yes.
So could I, as next steps, could I leave my card with Tatum? And then is there a way we can you could put our link with the Daly City? Is that possible?
Yeah, we can arrange to put something on our development webpage, yes.
Yeah, is that okay, Lily?
And
She's
and I-
smiling. They're my friends. So, yeah, I think it would be helpful, just to let people know that we're here.
Great.
And thank you so much for your time. I hope you come and join us. We could always invite you to some of our sessions. And if you need us to give you a talk, please let us know. We have a deep bench of good speakers and the successful business people.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ms. Calderon. It's so good to know that you're in our corner and in our circle.
Oh,
so.
and I'm here. I live in Daly City.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Great. Great presentation. Let's move on to the next item of business. Number 2, draft the legacy business ordinance. Ms. Tatum.
Okay, so this is really picking up on some work that had been started quite some time ago. I think the Small Business Commission had sort of brought forth this concept of creating a legacy business program, and there had been several meetings where this item was discussed. Staff had put together a draft ordinance. That was what we last did, and this is our presentation of that ordinance. So you can see it in draft form. So we took a lot of your discussion items and incorporated them into a program that's housed within the Small Business Commission section of the municipal code. So again, what we have before you is based on comments previously received from the commission. Given that the city doesn't have a lot of resources, this is really a recognition program. So the idea is to just recognize and celebrate those businesses that have been around for a long time and represent the community in various ways. It's also a way to inform the community and promote those businesses to the community by sort of celebrating their successes. So some of the things we could provide, now again, this would be very limited financial resources, so we have to kind of be creative of what we could do to make this a program that provides benefit to those businesses. So one of the things could be creating that registry, that they become part of a list, that they, we create a map so that residents of the community, if they go to our webpage, they can find those businesses that represent Daly City, that give that flavor of our community. And then we could also celebrate them through our webpage, that sort of thing. Another item we think of doing is creating a plaque that they could put at their place of business. So when people walk in, they know that this is a business that represents the community. And of course, providing any sort of social media outreach by promoting these particular businesses. I think one of the big things that was discussed at the other meetings is how long do you have to be around to be a legacy business? And I think it was established that it would be 10 years. We have a lot of data going back to 10 years. When we go prior to 10 years, the data gets a little bit foggy. However, as we're going to talk about, one of the things is going to be the commission's going to nominate businesses. So when the commission nominates businesses, we can dig in and do the research and always figure out how long a business has been around. So we can certainly look at, that they qualify. And then there was a concept of maybe tiering the legacy program so that, we can represent the 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, and 30 plus years. So again, we do want to create some parameters for what sort of businesses could qualify. So we created a list of some qualifications, and some are more concrete and some are more qualitative. The first one being that they must contribute to the history or identity of the city, neighborhood, or community. So that's one of the more qualitative ones. But I think we all can get a sense of what that means, that it's a business that people know, it's a place where maybe they've celebrated or that they, have sought out throughout growing up in their life here. So, but again, that's more qualitative. That the business has sort of maintained a consistent look or tradition, so that it's kind of become a traditional fixture in the community. No pending complaints against the business. So, we think, businesses that are good partners in the community, ones that don't have a lot of code enforcement complaints or that sort of thing. And again, this is to celebrate smaller businesses. So we are looking for businesses that have 100 or fewer employees across all of their locations that they have. And then also that they, in their first year of business operation, reported less than $1 million in annual gross receipts. And the reason we created that threshold was it is to celebrate small businesses, but we also didn't want to penalize businesses that grew, that were successful. So if they started out as a small business and they grew over time, that's okay to celebrate. And if the business, the other one is about specific ownership structures. If the business ownership changed hands, but the identity of the business remained the same, that would be okay. So that's what's in the draft ordinance in a summary. I think one of the other things I don't think I really put on the slide was the nomination process. So the idea was that, when we have a full commission with 5 members, that each member would have the opportunity to nominate 2 per year. The idea being we don't want everybody nominated the first year and then we don't have an ongoing program, so that each commissioner has a chance to think of those 2, and they would nominate them to staff, and staff would do sort of the initial analysis. We'd look at their business license history, their gross revenues, and then we'd bring it back to the commission, and collectively as a group, you could vote on the nominations, and then ultimately they would be presented to the city council for formal approval into the program. So that's how the ordinance is written now. I'm certainly available to answer any questions.
Thank you, Tatum. Any comments, questions?
Just maybe a comment. This is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, this is something that was generated from the commission, so it was a nice thing to work on with clear direction from the commission.
I'm so glad to see it coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm getting over something. If there's no other comments or questions, do we pass this, or what do we do with this?
Yeah, you know what, just to be safe, we'll do a roll call vote. And this would be to recommend staff forwarding this recommendation to the city council. So essentially what we'd be doing is, because it's an ordinance, it would be setting time and place for an ordinance adoption. So, yeah, I don't know if one of you would like to make a motion to recommend this to go to council.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend to move this to council. Yeah.
Second?
Aye.
Second?
Okay, so I'll call roll. Just Carson,
Yes.
Adwan,
Yes.
Monia.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so glad we got that done. Thank you so much, Tatum, and all of your staff for all of the work writing this ordinance, and we will wait to see what council says. Next meeting is March 9, 2023. That is scheduled for here, correct?
Yes, from now on, all meetings will be in person. I'll continue, because, we don't have a full commission yet. I will continue to poll you before the meetings so that we can make sure we have a quorum before they get agendized. So I will be continuing to poll you.
Can you call me again?
All right, well then,
I was confused earlier. I didn't know that we could speak on the items. When you mentioned earlier, was there any public comment? Is there any other time?
oh, we could go back. What do you want to go back to? The-
I wasn't sure if I could speak, to congratulate Amber.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all right?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you. So I haven't met you, I don't think. So my name is Shaquille Ali. I'm on the Jefferson Elementary School District Governing Board. And I'm just here in support of AMRO. and him being nominated and actually being on the commission. I don't think there's a better person. I mean, I know Maybell very well, also, but Amro is the perfect person to be on this commission. He's a small business owner himself, and he gives back to the community, and he's also a mentor. So I know you were excited listening to that presentation by SCORE, and I'm just excited to see where you're going to go with this commission, and hope to be a part of being a positive influence on business in our community. Thank you.
Well, with that said, I'll let that close us out. Meeting adjourned. Yay.